It's Friday, and when it's Friday, we gotta review a movie, talk about a movie, and why I'm wearing a hat and a gun. I'm having a gun, so you can think what kind of movie we're gonna watch and talk now. It's a torn gangster movie, and it's called Donnie Brasco. It's having Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. That's a crazy combination, Johnny Depp takes on weird, eccentric roles, and Al Pacino, he's tailor made for any kind of gangster movie. So putting in them in a single movie is actually a good thought. And this is a gangster movie, Donnie Brasco, and it's adapted from a book actually, and it's based on true story. So this was quite interesting to watch. It was having a rating above 7, and yeah, it's not one of those highly critically acclaimed movie, but it's a good entertaining gangster movie. And since it was based on a true story, it was really intriguing to watch the story at and what kind of progress it made. Yeah, so before we get into the details, as usual, we'll watch the trailer, and before that, we'll just see. Let me just check my audio. Yep. And sorry, guys, I started early because I have some job to do in the evening. I need to leave. That's the reason I had scheduled it for 5:45, but I thought I'll start as soon as possible. Yep, so you can see it's available in Netflix right now, and it has a rating of 7.7. I thought it's right. It was matched well. 7.7, yep. And it did not have any artistic factors. That's the reason you don't have above 8. And you can see the two famous and popular actors, Al Pacino and Johnny Depp. It's a weird combination, basically. That's what made me to watch this movie. And Johnny Depp is in another extreme, and Al Pacino is another extreme. So Johnny Depp can take up any character, but if you see Al Pacino, he has to have a dominating, or what do you say, intimidating character, like high official. If you're playing a cop, then he has to be some high official, and if he's playing any gangster, he has to be he's tailor made for those roles, right? So this is what surprised me, Johnny Depp and Al Pacino combination. And it's kind of buddy movie also, because the whole movie you see them together. And yes, it was great to watch, and that's the reason I picked this movie, and I'm reviewing it, talking about it today. Okay, so before we talk about it, we'll just watch the trailer. Uh,
When I introduce you, I'm gonna say, this is a friend of mine. That means you're connected, gang. Now, if I said instead, this is a friend of ours, that would mean you were made, gang. Capiche?
When Lefty brought Donnie into his world,
Who's this guy? This Donnie, a friend of mine.
he took a risk on a kid he hardly knew.
I'm gonna have to school you, my friend.
School me in what?
Wise guy never carries his money in a wallet. Always in a roll. Bina on the outside.
He gave him his trust.
You gotta get rid of that mustache and get yourself a pair of pants. Just like me.
He loved him like a son.
Nobody can touch you because I represent you. Keep your nose clean, follow the rules, be a good earner, and maybe one day when they open the books, you become a wise guy. I die with you, Donnie.
But he never knew the truth.
There's a war going on in that mafia family, and that is where Joe is undercover.
Donnie, come here.
I want to know where my husband is.
We don't know.
You're gonna freeze up? No. All the guys freeze up.
He said it was going to be 3 months. It's going on 3 years.
Who he's with and who he's close to, they're all the top dogs now. He's right in the line of fire.
There was a rat in Florida, Donnie.
You know what to do when you find that rat, right, Left?
Could be I found them already. In our thing, you get sent for, you go in alive, you come out dead, and it's your best friend that does it.
We have got to pull him out. You think I'm a rat?
How many times I have you into my own house? If you're a rat, then I'm the biggest mutt in the history of the mafia.
If I come out, Lefty dies. They're gonna kill him. Because he vouched for me. Because he stood up for me. That's the same thing as if I put a bullet in his head myself. Do you understand?
Who am I? I'm a spoke on a wheel, and so are you. Hey, Don, Yeah. Let's take a walk. I'm your best friend.
Whoa, that was actually a spoiler, a great spoiler because they told you the whole story, the plot, subplots, everything in the trailer. That's why you don't watch trailers. I usually don't watch any trailers if I'm watching a whole movie. I tend to watch it directly without any log line, reading any log line. So what do we have here? We have a gangster movie. So the story is something like, it's going to end bad. When it's a gangster movie, it's going to end bad, right? So it's unpredictable, but it's going to be ending bad. And similarly, this is also a gangster movie with a bad ending. I mean, what do you say? It's going to be really bad at the end. And it's made very well. Al Pacino is the one of the gangsters. He's called Lefty because he almost takes care of all the operations like a left hand, right hand, right? So that's what his nickname is, Lefty. And he's one of those guys who's in the middle and trying to upscale his life in the gangster hierarchy. Like he wants to scale up, but he's not getting it because his friends are getting promoted to dons and such kind of things, but he's not able to progress in that scale. And that's when he meets Johnny Depp. So Johnny Depp is an undercover FBI. So if you see he's in training. So basically, he just comes into Al Pacino's life and they become friends. So Al Pacino treats him like his own son, and he introduced to the gang. And right then, this friend, Al Pacino's friend, is called Sony Red. So this guy is called Sony Black or Red, I think. Black, I think, yeah. So he's a friend of Al Pacino at the beginning of the movie, but then after 1 hour, you see him that he's getting promoted as the Don of that particular area. Like he gets more preference and he's worried. So Al Pacino's character graph is that he's not able to progress in the gangster hierarchy, and he's been living like a lefty for almost 20 plus years. So he's worried about that, but then he meets Johnny Depp, the Donnie character. So Johnny Depp's name is Donnie. The Donnie is the name of the undercover, agent. So his actual name is different, and he works for the FBI. He gives information what's happening with the gangsters and what are they doing. And so this is actually by a person who actually played an undercover, gangster during the 70s or 80s, I guess. I'm not sure. So he wrote a book. So he's still in the under witness protection. Nobody knows where he is. So that guy had written a book, and based on that book, they have adapted this into a movie. So his actual name when he played this undercover gangster was Donnie Brasco, and so that's the same thing goes here. So if you see the protagonist, if you concerned with book and the character, Donnie Brasco is the protagonist, and they have kept the title as Donnie Brasco. But in the movie, if you see, if you watch, you can notice that Al Pacino's character graph is what portrayed as the significant factor. So we see him that we root for him actually. So why he's not progressing, why he's not getting those promotions, and he's doing a good job being a gangster, trying to do all the jobs that he's given and all the tasks he's given, and he's just trying to scale up, but that's not happening. He has his family, wife and son is drug addict. So he's trying to manage, grow him up, and that's when he meets Donnie. So, but after a period of time, Donnie gets promoted, right? So they are trying to put up an operation in Miami, I guess. So, and the Sony Black, this guy who just got promoted, he likes Donnie and he wants him to run the business in Miami, and that's how. So in front of him, Donnie gets promoted, and it becomes more sad for him. And you kind of music is also good, right? Like coming back to the music, I'll come back to music after some time. So it's really a movie about Al Pacino's character, this particular lefty character. It's a nickname for him. I forgot the actual name. So he's nicknamed as Lefty. As I said, he was doing all the subordinate jobs for the gangsters. So it's about this particular character in this movie. And Donnie Brasco is someone from the FBI who's doing an undercover field work as a gangster. And in the 70s and 80s, I think it was a major thing, right? So these undercover FBI agents who were actually trying to get some information from the gangsters, acting like gangsters, they were becoming corrupted. So they wanted to live the gangster life, and they become corrupted, and they actually joined the mafia gang, leaving their FBI jobs. So such kind of things were getting were actually happening in the reality. So this is one kind of movie. Actually, in the movie also, in this movie also, Johnny Depp actually feels for Al Pacino character, the lefty character, and he doesn't want to come out of it. So he stops communicating with the FBI for 3 months, and there's a subplot where he has a wife and a kid. So yes, literally no time. So initially it was a 3 month job. Now it's like 3 years. So he's not able to come out of it, and he's in a situation where if he comes out, Al Pacino will get killed by his own men, because he's the one who watched for him, and who brought in him, and who stood up for him. So he, in the trailer also we saw that, right? They were saying those dialogues. So it's going to be really difficult. So that's the reason he's not coming out. He stopped communicating with the FBI for like 3 months, and the FBI comes and talk to his wife like, you need to talk to your husband, and you should ask him to come out of it, because it's about time. They're gonna He may end up getting killed, right? So the climax is something that I didn't like, because they ended it abruptly. I think they could have built some more plots and made it like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, like Godfather or something, because it had the potential. This movie had the potential. The narration was good. The way they captured the gangster life, and kind of intriguing narration. So it was actually it was not boring. So there were no any dull moments in the screenplay, and you were rooting for the lefty character, right? So we feel for him, like he's not getting the right promotions. He's been a good sincere gangster, but still he's not getting his promotions, and that thing was really sad. And the last scene is actually was really sad to witness. So that's why I'm saying, like, in gangster movie, it's gonna end up bad. You never know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be a really sad something that's gonna Irishman, a lot of movies we've seen, right? So it's gonna end up bad, and we feel sad for those characters. So that's what happened exactly in Donnie Brasco. But overall, it's a very good, entertaining movie. If you're a fan of gangster, crime, thriller, drama, it's not a thriller; it's a drama movie. So basically, they are playing with the emotions of the characters, right? So it's a drama, and the crime is, in fact, is a big deal here, because it's gangster movie, and we are dealing with the lives of gangsters, how they talk and how they run about their jobs, and the killings and murders. So everything is there, entertaining factors about a gangster film. So you shouldn't miss out. And narration is good, screenplay is good. You can actually you don't feel bored. As I said, I thought it could have been longer. Then you would, you would definitely have an idea like why I would want it longer, unless until I liked the movie and I wanted it to be longer. So it's I felt it's short, 1 hour 44 minutes, I guess. So I think it's short. Maybe that's where it became a commercial movie instead of an artistic, what do you say, artistic commercial movie. So it's good film. Do watch it. Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. I have never wondered that these two guys have acted together. And when I saw the poster and I just googled about the movie, I was really impressed. Johnny Depp, you can watch it with Johnny Depp, and you can watch it for Al Pacino. So totally, you have to watch it twice at least. And I would definitely watch it again with some of my friends. And yeah, that's the my view on this movie. This movie. It's a very good movie. Please check it out. It's available on Netflix. Most of you would be having Netflix subscription, so do check it out. And I would say, I will not be available for the weekend, so please do not expect any gaming streams. Monday we'll try to review a book, or we'll plan for something related to books. And Tuesday we'll resume the gaming with Watch Dogs 2, and we'll try to complete. I think only 2 or 3 episodes, hardly 2 to 3 hours of gameplay is left out. So we'll do that. And Wednesday again there'll be a movie. Stay tuned. Do follow Instagram and all, right? There'll be more updates in Instagram. And thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Donnie Brasco, do check it out. It's available on Netflix. And let's catch up in another episode of Decrypting Movies with a different movie, and let's talk about it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.